Apple Tree Audios presents a spoken word project for your listening pleasure. We sincerely hope that you enjoy the following production. This is called Pebbles by C.J. Hunter. I often stop and think sometimes about the pebbles on the beach. None of them are the same. No two are identical. They've all come from somewhere, carried by the tide, broken from something bigger, worn down by time. Some were once part of towering cliffs, shattered by storms or the slow pull of the earth. Some rolled down from mountains, carried by rivers before the sea finally claimed them. Every last one of them has a story, but they don't tell it. They just sit there, waiting, letting the waves do what they will. I pick them up sometimes, just for a while. Just borrowing them maybe, or maybe they're borrowing me. After all, they've been here longer than I have, longer than anyone I've ever known. They'll still be here when I'm gone, carried on the wind or washed back into the deep, slipping through time like they always have. I don't keep them forever. That wouldn't be right. Some I give away. A stone in someone's hand, passed from one traveller to another. A quiet thing with a weight that doesn't change. Others I throw into rivers, setting them loose, letting the current take them. They'll find new places, maybe they'll settle for a while, then move on again when the water decides. They go where stones go. No two have the same destination, even if some travel together for a time. I wonder where they'll end up. Maybe in the palm of someone else, somebody who will gaze at them for a while, turning them over, feeling the smoothness that time left behind. Maybe at the bottom of a lake, waiting, maybe back on some distant shore, ready to be picked up again. Wherever they go, they'll keep moving. Just like everything else. I believe in many ways people are like pebbles. We're all different shapes, different sizes, different colors. We come from different places, occupy different spaces in time, in geography, or in headspace. No two are identical, not really. Even if some look alike, even if some share the same stretch of shore for a while, we're all shaped by different forces. Some of us are smooth, some jagged, and some of us get fractured in ways only time can explain. We all start out as one thing, but we don't stay that way. We're broken down, reshaped, weathered by the things we go through. Some of us are worn soft, made gentler by the passage of years, edges rounded by kindness, by experience and love. Some harden, turned into sharp-edged things, cutting through everything around them, refusing to be broken any further. Others shatter completely, fragmented into something unrecognizable from what they once were. And some shine like polished diamond, almost blinding under a stray sunbeam. Some of us find companionship, rolling through life alongside others, moving together. Never alone. Others are scattered, pulled away by unseen currents, never staying in one place long enough to be held. Some people are like pebbles, tossed into rivers, always moving, always traveling, never settling. Others are left on a shelf, gathering dust, stagnating for years, decades. Forgotten about until someone finds them again, picks them up, wonders where they came from before tossing them away. And maybe that's the saddest thing. Not being broken, not being reshaped, but being left behind. Unnoticed, unneeded. Just another thing among many. A pebble that never makes it back to the tide. A person who never finds a way to keep moving. But even then, nothing stays still forever. The earth shifts. The tides rise. A hand reaches out, and suddenly, the journey starts again. Maybe the waves will come for us all in the end. Maybe we're all just passing through, waiting for the next current to take us. Maybe that's what it comes down to. Some pebbles get to choose where they settle, rolling with the tide, drifting until they find the right shore. Others get dragged along, scraped across jagged places, left stranded where they never meant to be. Me personally, I've been all of them. Or at least, I've been in many of those positions. I've been tossed into rivers, beaten against the rocks, and even, for many a year, left on a shelf collecting dust. Some of my edges have been worn smooth, others have sharpened to diamond points. Shaped, reshaped, tempered, heated and cooled. But nobody's ever really finished being shaped, not till they've been ground into dust. Where I end up isn't up to me. The tide doesn't ask permission before it pulls something under. All I can do is go where the water takes me, let it carve me into whatever I'm meant to be. Maybe I'll settle somewhere, maybe I won't. Either way, the sea will keep moving and so will I. The same is the case for you too. Each and every one of you will keep moving, keep changing. Shaped by the tides you never saw coming, carried to places you never expected. And maybe, just maybe, you'll find where you're meant to be.